Day 5 of the bombing investigation in Nashville, and the motive remains a mystery. Crews are still collecting debris from the massive explosion. The sound of detonation, captured by police body cams blocks away. The video also caught the moment officers arrived at the blast site. Investigators are working to figure out what materials the bomber used. NBC's investigative reporter Tom Winter joins us now. Tom, good to see you. What are they hoping they can learn if they're able to determine the type of explosive?
Well, Contessa, it's really a big question right now, because as they get kind of closer to doing the chemical composition from these explosives or explosive that was used in this, they can start to key in on a couple of different things. One, what was particularly used, and that might be helpful to them in the process of determining, okay, was this purchased legally? Is this something that somebody could have easily have gotten? Also, it has an impact on future investigations and future efforts by law enforcement to potentially try to stop an attack like this. When you look at it, you could say, okay, you know, was there a step here where we could have put in a tripwire to alert us that somebody was purchasing this type of chemical or compound in order to build this bomb? So it's helpful for the future. It's helpful in the current sense of things. It's really helpful perhaps with determining motive, because they're going to look through his financial statements, his credit card records, if he has them, his bank records, and try to determine when the specific bomb-making components were purchased, when things might have been assembled here. That can help with motive, as you said, still trying to figure out what the motive was behind this apparent suicide bombing. So when were those things purchased, and when was this all assembled might help with the timeline as far as, okay, when did he start having some of these thoughts? Does the time of when this bomb was made match up with some things that witnesses are telling them? It's all going to be important in the grand scheme of the investigation, Contessa.
I want to ask you where this happened. The blast happened outside that AT&T facility, knocked out cell service in Nashville. The 911 systems were disrupted. I thought these kinds of infrastructure sites were supposed to be hardened after 9/11. Are we seeing more concern now about how fragile the communication system is?
Well, it's a great question. So, you know, the communication system in these type of central office or former AT&T long line buildings, they are hardened. That's an interesting thing about this. I mean, these are not just generic office buildings or warehouses. These are buildings that were designed to be redundant with power supplies, designed to be built stronger facilities. So going forward, we're going to have to look at, A, how large was this bomb? Back to your first question. And the second thing that we're going to have to look at here, Contessa, is what needs to be done. Larger perimeters, different types of construction, all things to be considered down the line.
Tom Winter, thank you.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.